Welcome to the Legacy League's 2-minute drill. I'm Cade Ryan, and I'm happy to welcome everybody back to the 2022 summer season. And to get us started off, we got Lob City versus the Rhode Island Warriors. Lob City got off to a hot start and never let up. They were led by Jose Mercado's 39 points, followed with Colin Burns' 27 and Cody Crawford's 24. As a team, they shot 67% and out-rebounded the Warriors by 25. In the third quarter, they were only 5 points shy of breaking the most points scored in a single quarter record for the league. But it wasn't all bad for the Warriors. Number 69, Jan Avedijan, had the week-high 41 points, making remarkable dunks and blocks. He was the heart of the team, but it wasn't enough to take down the former MVP Jose Mercado and the reigning champs, Lob City. And that game had a final score of 134-82, with the win going to Lob City. Next up, we had the Werewolves versus the Ozone Boys. Former MVP Brian Henson led the Werewolves to a strong start, getting them up 13 at halftime. But as the third quarter rolled around, so did the Ozone Boys. They had a burst of energy, bringing down the lead to just 5 points going into the final quarter. And turnovers were brutal for the Werewolves in the third. The Ozone Boys were led by Patrick Hogan's 4 steals, which helped them with this comeback in the third quarter. But they were unable to bring this momentum into the fourth, leaving the Werewolves up 15 at the final buzzer. And this game ended with the final score of 68-53, with the win going to the Werewolves. And next up, we had the Douye Boys versus the Lincoln 18ers. And Zach Tartaglia helped the Douye Boys get off to a nice start with this monster dunk. But the 18ers were not going to let the Douye Boys pull away just yet, with great hustle plays like this from number 13, Brendan Reddington, helping his team get great scoring opportunities. But when the second half started, the Douye Boys began to pull away. With great defensive stops and dunk after dunk, they were able to maintain the lead for the rest of the game. And without number 11, John Coutu, the Douye Boys would not have had this lead. He led them with 25 points for the game. And even though the 18ers were out of the game, they were still handing out lobs like this one over number 15, Shane Patrick, who then had to quickly remind them about the scoreboard, which was 70-57 for the Douye Boys getting the win. And next up, we had Only the Fan versus the Bogey Kicks. The Fam's Jaron Thomas was able to help his team to an early lead in the first, slamming down dunk after dunk. Only the Fam's number 11, Jake Perry, also hit a few threes for the game, knocking down this ridiculous one. Bogey Kicks struggled to find a scoring option in the second half, often relying on number 3, David DePina, who led his team with 25 points, only missing one shot on the whole night, but his impressive 92 field goal percentage was not enough to put the Bogey Kicks over the Fam. Jaron Thomas's 29 points helped the Fam get a 75-65 win over the Bogey Kicks. And for the final game, we've got the Halfway Crooks versus Sin City. Both teams looking to make a statement in their opening games on the season. The Crooks were able to get an early lead with the help of Spence Freeman's explosive fast breaks and Jared Hansen's early three-pointers. Sin City's Devin Pena was able to slowly chop away at the Crooks' lead, towering over everybody as he forced his way down to the basket play after play. And with some help from the point guard Taj Eddington and fellow big man Javin Morris, Sin City was able to make a lead going into the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter was a battle, both teams scoring consistently play after play. It was looking good for the Sin City until the Crooks' Jared Hansen was able to steal the game from them, giving the Crooks the 72-67 lead over the Sin City. And that about wraps it up for Week 1's games. Don't forget to follow our Legacy League social media accounts to stay up to date with the league. Legacy Leagues. Build your legacy.